President Donald Trump was hunting for a new chief of staff Monday, a day after the leading candidate for the job unexpectedly dropped out of the running and set off a new round of staffing confusion at the White House. After White House aide Nick Ayers told Trump on Sunday that he would not accept the post, speculation centered on Monday around one of the president's preferred options for the position, Representative Mark Meadows, R-N.C. Following a CNN report that Meadows had told associates he was absolutely not interested in the job, the conservative House Freedom Caucus chairman sounded more positive in a statement to Politico's Playbook PM. "Serving as chief of staff would be an incredible honor. The president has a long list of qualified candidates, and I know he'll make the best selection for his administration and for the country," Meadows said. But aides stressed that the chief of staff search was still in its early stages, with one person close to the White House saying Trump was forced to start from square one after Ayers, Vice President Mike Pence's chief of staff, withdrew. Over the course of the day, a slew of names were zipping around Washington, with Republicans insisting that key candidates were under serious contention only to have others privately dismiss them altogether. Trump's outside allies were pushing David Bossie, Trump's former deputy campaign manager, arguing that he has won the trust of the president and would be able to help him prepare for his re-election bid. But some White House officials downplayed Bossie's chances, noting that his candidacy would likely face strong opposition from the president's daughter Ivanka Trump and his son-in-law, Jared Kushner. People familiar with the matter said Bossie had not yet had any conversations with Trump about the job as of early Monday. Some in the White House have also mentioned former New Jersey Governor Chris Christie, who was ousted as the head of Trump's presidential transition team in 2016. Though Trump has kept in touch with Christie, the early Trump supporter has a tense relationship with Kushner. A person close to Christie said he would likely consider the job if approached. Meanwhile, Trump's list of other potential picks dwindled on Monday. Another candidate, whose name was circulating in political circles, New York Yankees president Randy Levine, told Politico that he was not in the mix. "Nobody has talked to me about this." "Nobody," said Levine, who served in the Reagan Justice Department and as deputy to then New York Mayor Rudy Giuliani. "I respect the president, but I'm very happy being president of the Yankees." Politico reported Sunday night that three other people under consideration for the job, Treasury Secretary Steven Mnuchin, Office of Management and Budget Director Mick Mulvaney, and U.S. Trade Representative Robert Lighthizer, were also reluctant to accept it, though White House aides held out hope that they could be persuaded. Whoever gets the post will represent the unprecedented turnover rate for Trump chiefs of staff. No previous president has had 3 chiefs of staff within the first 2 years of his time in office, according to a new analysis by the Brookings Institution. Trump previously needled President Barack Obama for burning through chiefs of staff, tweeting in 2012, "3 chief of staffs in less than 3 years of being president, part of the reason why Barack Obama can't manage to pass his agenda." The scramble to find a new top aide for Trump was touched off when Ayers surprised officials by turning down the promotion. Many senior aides were certain that Ayers would ultimately take the job, even though he had told associates that he hoped to return to his home state of Georgia. Ayers said over the weekend he will leave the White House at the end of the year. The chain of events was triggered by Trump's Saturday announcement that his long-beleaguered chief of staff, John Kelly, will be leaving by the end of December. Although Trump once considered then-Deputy National Security Advisor Dinah Powell to replace then-Chief of Staff Reince Priebus, the current crop of candidates is so far uniformly male and white. Senior aide Kellyanne Conway, a trusted Trump advisor, is said to not be interested in the position. Ayers, who had been quietly talking to Trump about becoming Chief of Staff for months, spent the last few days in negotiations with the president about the terms of his service. Ayers would only agree to serve until the spring, even as he pushed for the full authorities granted a permanent chief of staff, like firing aides. Trump, for his part, wanted a 2-year commitment. Some in the White House speculated that Ayers' demands were aimed at self-preservation. A fixed, Shorter term would limit speculation about how long he'd last and give him an opportunity to shift the inevitable blame for anything that goes wrong to others. Ayers is said to want to eventually run for office in Georgia, and people close to him said he was concerned about the risks associated with accepting the job, which has tarred the reputations of his predecessors. Gabby Orr and Eliana Johnson contributed to this report.